Welcome to Movement Revolution and the most empowering career of your life. My name is Eric Johnson, founder and CEO of Movement Revolution, and we couldn't be more thrilled to welcome you to our team of neuro exercise specialists and people who really truly change the lives of those impacted with neurological conditions. This is your new hire orientation to orient you to our history, our mission, our values, and what is the movement revolution difference. We're eager and excited to see what you can do and what you can bring to our team of highly specialized exercise professionals. Thank you so much for taking the leap to join this team, and we're so excited to have you. Movement Revolution was founded in 2013 after my wife Christine and I were out to dinner for sushi. We discussed having this idea of providing more professional, data-driven exercise resources for people impacted by neurological conditions, not just in a rehab hospital in downtown Chicago, but inclusive to people in their homes and in the surrounding Chicagoland communities. Both of us had a background in working at one of the top rehab hospitals in the country and had a thorough and extensive background on what is truly necessary and needed to positively impact the lives of those impacted by neurological conditions after therapy was over. That's where we step in. That is the mission behind what Movement Revolution was founded upon, and the mission that we continue to drive forward as we expand our reach and empower people every single day. Now, with over 5 locations in the Chicagoland area, as of 2024, we look to have you be an integral part of our growth and expansion, always being mindful that our client care and the communities that we build are the most important factors. Our mission is to empower people impacted by neurological conditions to live stronger every day. People with Parkinson's disease, stroke, MS, spinal cord injury, brain injury, cancer, Alzheimer's disease, and dementia all need to be empowered to make sure that they can live their best life possible. And exercise is a key and integral component of them to do so. That is our mission. That is why we are neuro exercise specialists. And that is why all we do is focus on developing the best programs possible for people impacted by these conditions. These are the core values of Movement Revolution, and values that we want every member of this team to embody each and every day. Each and every hour you are standing in front of a client or with a fellow coworker. Be a professional coach. Be an advocate. Create empowering experiences. Inspire, connect, and have some fun. We'll now dive into what each one of these values means and what our responsibilities are as members of this team. Be professional. Whether you're a neuro exercise specialist, front desk administrator, manager, or business administrator, we want a professional environment, yet fun, here at Movement Revolution. Be early, be prepared, and be informed. Always be there before your client. Be prepared for every single session. Set up everything ahead of time. Be informed on who your client is as they walk through the door, or who someone else's client is that may be walking through the door. Be curious about your clients' hobbies, what they like to do on the weekends, what their family situation is. Get to know them as people. That way, they establish trust in a relationship with you outside of just putting them through a great workout. That makes all of us approachable and friendly. This is a friendly place. We want to smile, say hello, and be as welcoming as we can to everyone who walks through the door. As they walk through the door, they should trust us, be comfortable speaking with us, and understand that we are there to help them. while at the same time we look the part as professional exercise coaches or professional business administrators. We want to make sure that we're dressing professionally at all times and presenting ourselves professionally at all times. We are the leading experts in exercise for neurological wellness and fitness. We want to be respected as such, and our demeanor and our approach to our services and our facilities needs to be the same, especially as we communicate with our clients, their family members, and their clinicians. We need to make sure that we are timely with our communication and speak with confidence. So all of the skills and all of the values that you learn from this orientation, we want to be able to relay to anyone that you speak to when they're at one of our facilities. Be an advocate. We as neuro exercise specialists see our clients sometimes over 100 times per year, which is more than any other healthcare professional in the world. Our insight into their health is one of the most valuable pieces to help them truly live stronger and healthier every single day. If we see something, if we see a change, we need to communicate and relay that to our clients so they can seek the resources outside of our services necessary to help them keep and continuing to live strong every day. We want to recognize barriers that may be present or they may be coming present down the line to ensure that we're advocating for their health at all times. Educate your client, their families, and their clinicians on what, why, and how you are going to help them accomplish their goals. This collaborative communication is essential to having the client buy into your expertise and our skills and our programs here at Movement Revolution. And understanding why they're doing what they're doing is one of the most important factors. It's great to put someone through tremendous exercises that make them sweat, to make them feel stronger. But if they don't know why you're asking them to do what you're doing or what you're asking them to do, they're not going to be bought into the true value of what you're providing to them. You need to be able to communicate that and be an advocate for their health. Support your in-person or virtual programming with homework exercises, research, supportive communication and information in and outside of your sessions. Your sessions should be backed by the latest research, and you should be able to explain that research to your client or to their family members as to why it's been shown to be so effective to be achieving 80% of your max heart rate for a certain amount of time during your session, for example. The more we can support your methods behind your sessions and providing that with supporting documents outside of your sessions, that is the best way for us to advocate for our clients each and every day. Create empowering experiences. This is not a hospital. It's not a physical therapy clinic. This is a gym. We do neuro-intensive exercise. We need to create an empowering environment that inspires people to move more than they ever have before. Oftentimes, when people have suffered a neurological event or injury or been diagnosed with progressive neurological conditions, they feel anything but empowered. They are coming to us as an extension of whatever traditional therapies they've done in the past, and oftentimes looking for something refreshing and different. That's what we provide. This is neuro-intensive exercise. We have the ability and the responsibility to change people's lives for as long as they live. This is not a 12-week segment or an 8-week session. This is life. And we are their coaches in fitness and in wellness for however long they want to work with us for the rest of their lives. We have clients that we've worked with for up to 10 years that are still very active within our program. And that's a testament to the empowering experiences that we have provided and will continue to provide at Movement Revolution. We need to be caring healthcare professionals that inspire laughter and smiles and better days ahead. It's not about what you can't do. It's about what you can do now and what you're going to do in the future. Our motto is think big, move strong, never quit. And we need to embody that in each and every session and each and every hour. We need to encourage our clients to think bigger than they thought possible. Prove to them through your programming that they can move stronger than they think. And never quit or let their symptoms or diagnosis define what they can or cannot do. We need to create stimulating and challenging and engaging exercise programs and classes. If it doesn't challenge someone, it doesn't change them. If they're not breathing heavy, they're not struggling through a movement, then we're not creating change. We need to create change. We need to be comprehensive in our exercise programming, how we cue, and what our observations are, and how we relay those observations back to our client. All movement and repetitions are assessments. We need to look for the root causes of that dysfunction and explain what we see and what may be attributing to that and how we're going to address that in their exercise program. Very rarely have people been told all of those things in previous therapies or previous healthcare environments or previous training environments. We have the freedom to think outside the box and try what we think might work, even if it's new, innovative, or hasn't been done before, as long as it's safe. We want to make our clients uncomfortable, but never unsafe. We have all the tools to make sure that we can ensure the safety of our clients, even in the most compromised of balancing situations or intensity-based situations. All of these factors help us create the most empowering experiences so people truly feel like they're making progress. If we can't explain or show them that progress or explain where this hard work is going to take them in the process of empowering them to reach their goals, we're not doing our job. This is why one of our core values is to create empowering experiences. Inspire, connect, and have fun. People come back for great coaches and great classes, not good ones. Your impact on your sessions and your classes should inspire your clients and the people participating in that program to tell their families, to tell their friends, and their clinicians. That is how we've grown Movement Revolution from a single coach visiting people in their homes to having over 5 locations and over 400 clients. The impact that we have in those sessions has to be great. You have to engage them in a way that they haven't been engaged before and inspire them to truly do what they thought they couldn't do. We need to find opportunities and the silver linings in any challenging situation that our client might be going through, and finding a way to communicate with them and inspire them to not succumb to those challenges, that no challenge is too big to overcome. There's always room to improve. There's always muscles that can become stronger, no matter what the progressive condition or extensive the injury. We need to get to know our clients as people, their families, their hobbies, and their interests. This is how we connect with our clients so that we understand not just about their physical limitations and symptoms, but what truly motivates them to live their lives right now and what helped them and inspired them to live their lives pre-diagnosis or pre-injury. Getting to know these situations they're motivating factors for our clients. They are the reason why they come here. They could potentially be barriers getting in their way if they don't think they can get back to these things. And while they may not get back to doing everything they used to be able to do, there are absolutely ways that they can get back to doing activities in a modified or adapted way. But unless we know our client's family scenario, what their hobbies and interests are, we can't connect with them. And that doesn't allow us or the client to build trust with us and an understanding of who they are as a person and what are the underlying factors that could unlock some of our clients' potential and why we want them to get better and why they want to get better. This is the fuel for the progress that helps them overcome their fears, overcome their symptoms, overcome the stress and anxiety and depression that may come along with their diagnosis. If we can understand some of these factors about our clients, we can engage them with exercises that might mimic some of their favorite sports, activities, and hobbies, therefore making those workouts more fun. And if they're engaging in conversation, in between exercises regarding the things that they love to do, they're going to have fun. And they're going to trust you as their coach to know that you understand them as a person, not as a person with Parkinson's or not as someone with a spinal cord injury. So inspire, connect with every client, connect with every family member, and above and beyond all else, make sure you're having fun and so is the client. What is a neuro exercise specialist? We are highly educated exercise and healthcare professionals devoting our career to be the experts in neurological based exercise prescription. We are an extension of our client's continued healthcare team, which means we collaborate and communicate with doctors, physical therapists, occupational therapists, speech and social work to make sure that we are one piece of a very collaborative and integrated healthcare team. We need to understand the brain, the body, and all that goes into the symptoms and the diagnoses that our clients are impacted by. We understand that many coaches coming in here don't have much exposure to people affected by Parkinson's disease or stroke or spinal cord injury. But I can assure you that all of our coaches and all of our staff members here at Movement are here to be your mentors and teachers to ensure that you acquire the skills so that you can inspire your clients through exercise and become an expert in neurological based wellness. We need to be innovative thinkers, to think outside the box, and we encourage all of our coaches to bring their unique insight and skill set to this job. We learn from each other. This is a very collaborative environment. There are no egos. We are all here to work together for the betterment of our clients, our programs, and our classes. Together, we make a strong community that truly inspires our clients each and every day. Neurointensive exercise is Movement Revolution's proprietary method and how we approach exercise and wellness programs specifically for people with neurological conditions. We offer a personalized approach to health by looking at the client as a whole, not just their ability to exercise, but we need to understand their diagnosis, their symptoms, their goals, their ability levels, and also understand the most latest research on what has been shown to be effective to impact and positively affect the symptoms and the conditions that we see. We take traditional forms of exercise and adapt them to make sure that we can get the most out of each and every hour with our clients. We understand that exercise is one primary component to living better with a neurological condition. We must also understand that there are a myriad of lifestyle factors that we need to be aware of that may be impacted by their diagnosis or their social and family situations. Understanding how our clients sleep, what they eat, and what their symptoms are, and how all of these factors affect their ability to exercise is pivotal to us building a successful exercise program in and outside of our sessions. The result of proper neurointensive exercise is the most successful and impactful exercise program to help manage the symptoms and one's disease better. Neurointensive exercise was built on these primary principles, backed by the latest research: intensity, frequency, and specificity. As neuroexercise specialists, we need to be comfortable explaining these principles to our clients, how and why we are going to apply them to their sessions. Research shows that intense exercise is the key factor for making meaningful impacts on disease progression and recovery. Whether that be Parkinson's disease progression, we need to be intense. If it's spinal cord injury recovery, it needs to be intense. All research shows that whatever you do has to challenge a person to achieve 70 to 85% of their maximal heart rate for an extended period of time consistently. We need to encourage our clients to be doing something intense or rigorous at least 3 days a week, whether that's with us or outside of our sessions. What they do with us in our sessions needs to specifically address the needs, symptoms, and goals that they need to address. These three principles need to work together synergistically in any program, class, or session that we provide to our clients. It is pivotal that we are comfortable explaining not only these principles, but the research that supports it. That is our expectation for you as a neuro exercise specialist, is to be able to educate and then build a program that addresses all of these principles. Our services at Movement Revolution fill a void that currently exists in the healthcare industry, and that is specialized medical based exercise services in tandem with existing therapies to increase frequency or post discharge from traditional therapies. Our programs are built to assess the needs of our client at any ability level or stage of their diagnosis. Whether they're newly diagnosed with Parkinson's disease and they've been running marathons, or they're C-level spinal cord injury and can't transfer themselves out of their chair. We have the expertise and the equipment and the facilities necessary to work with anyone at any functional ability level. Our programs can be done in one of our specialized facilities, but we also can meet clients where they are, whether that be in their homes physically or remote training. We have been working with clients across the world with our neurointensive exercise services to make sure that we can be their coaches and really be the experts guiding some of these complex medical conditions that we see. No matter who the client is or what their condition or diagnosis is, the first step is always to complete a comprehensive movement assessment. This is a 90-minute meeting that is required before participating in any other service. This is where we get to know our clients as people, not just their symptoms or diagnosis. As we discussed in our core values, getting to know what makes a person tick, what their hobbies are, what their interests are, and what are the underlying motivating factors to helping them continue their recovery or enhance their performance in whatever life brings to them. This is where we find out where that is. This is our roadmap to helping them figure out what other services are going to be beneficial for them along their journey. In this comprehensive assessment, we look at physical outcomes such as a postural analysis, gait, balance, upper and lower extremity strength, and mobility. All of these factors, along with what they tell us as their social and emotional status and what their goals are, all are pieces of the puzzle that we have to put together when designing an exercise program or recommending them into one of our group exercise programs. Our personalized exercise services is our specialty. We tailor these programs to address the specific needs and symptoms of each and every client. If someone's looking for a very goal-specific recovery plan or a performance plan, this is the best avenue for them. I always recommend, no matter who you are or where you're coming in, everyone can benefit from some one-on-one personal exercise sessions. We have many people affected by Parkinson's disease or other progressive neurological conditions that come to participate in our group exercise programs, such as Rock Steady Boxing. However, many people looking to go into those programs have never had boxing experience or have worked out as rigorously as we like to work them in those programs. That's where I always recommend it's beneficial to get acclimated and to build a progressive, personalized plan so they know exactly what it is they need to do when going into a group exercise program. And maybe they offset some one-on-one training sessions with some continued group programming activities. Our group exercise programs, which include NeuroFight Club and Rock Steady Boxing at the moment, are some of the best ways to achieve a high-intense workout with an unbelievable set of social and dynamic support. These are fun, safe, and impactful experiences for all of our clients. We look forward to hopefully expanding some of our group exercise programming to other services in the future. All of these programs must work within our core values and our neurointensive exercise principles. Our program should be better than any programs in the area or available remotely online. We look forward to having you be a driver, a coach, and a leader within this organization so that these services can continue to be the best and the most impactful ones ever. This is the typical client roadmap where clients would enter the program and the various phases of their participation within our program. Many of our clients are transitioned to our program from traditional therapy services. We offer a complimentary service, which is called a transition appointment, to anyone currently participating in outpatient therapy, whether that's physical therapy, occupational therapy, or speech therapy. One of our neuro exercise specialists will come out and shadow a regularly scheduled appointment with a prospective client. There's no charge for these sessions, and it's a great opportunity for us to establish a relationship with the patient, their family, discuss their goals, contraindications, and really see how they're working with that therapist. So that transition time, we're not relearning everything from scratch. That can be a very overwhelming and frustrating thing for clients to do, especially as they've gone through the various therapy services they've participated in the past. Our success at transitioning clients from therapy, if we do a transition appointment, is very, very strong. This is also a great way for us to get to know the clinicians that refer to our program, and so that they understand the level of care that we take to make sure that their patients are in good hands as they transition into a continued exercise program. Following that therapy appointment, which is not mandatory, people can sign up for our initial neuro exercise assessment, which we previously discussed. Again, this is the foundation for our personalized approach, and it's the roadmap and what we design here going forward. Once someone is engaged within our program, it's a different cocktail for everyone, depending on how often they participate. If they're really good at exercising at home and they have a really strong routine in a program, we might just check in with them once a week or once every other week. But we highly stress that the majority of our new clients come in at least 2 days a week. And that means they have to do at least one additional day of the week on their own. We should be exercising 3 to 4 days a week of rigorous exercise to really optimize the results, especially for people as they start. We are continually analyzing the needs of our clients. After that initial evaluation, we want to make sure that we reevaluate them at certain cadences throughout the year. But every movement and every session is a continual needs analysis. We need to make sure that we are addressing and assessing a breakdown in a movement pattern if we see it, or if a client comes to us and says, hey, I've had difficulty getting out of bed. We need to find out the root causes of those problems and address those and adjust our exercise program as necessary. We like to reevaluate all of our clients every 3 months. That data collection is extremely important to analyze the trends over time, as well as to hone in to see what is the most effective way to address certain symptoms or diagnoses with exercise frequency and exercise selection. This is a great way for us to reconnect with our clients and their families about what their goals are, how they may have shifted over time, but then also communicate their progress with their clinicians. So at the end of one of these reevaluations, it is the responsibility of the neuro exercise specialist to write up a progress report, which summarizes the initial assessment values or the subsequent exercise assessment values and compare those to the current new reevaluation. That letter needs to be sent to the client, their family members, and their doctor to make sure that everyone is on the same page and they understand what it is that we've been doing with their patient or their family member for the past several weeks. If we see significant progression, let's say someone's coming in from recovering from a spinal cord injury, and they come in with us and they're working on improving their leg strength and ability to initiate a step with a walker. If we really work on sit to stand, standing endurance, posture, core strength and stability, and we can initiate that stand with the walker and they are ready to take steps, we want to refer them back into therapy so they can make that next step in their recovery. It's not our job to make those transitions ourselves, and we want to rely on the professional physical therapists that we collaborate with to guide them into that next phase of their recovery and hopefully refer back into our program so we can continue that phase of continual recovery. Thank you for taking the time to go through this course. And thank you for taking the next step in your career as a neuro exercise specialist at Movement Revolution. We welcome you to our team of amazing coaches and business leaders, and we look forward to seeing what you can do to contribute to this team and this company and your clients. Thank you so much.